Meet Jane, an orphan 10-year-old who lives with her aunt, Mrs. Reed, and 3 cousins, Eliza, Georgina, and John. John spends most of his time loathing and bullying Jane. One day, the bullying got far too out of hand, and John took the book that Jane was reading. So, Jane decided to stand up for herself. John turned the blame onto Jane and told Mrs. Reed. So, Mrs. Reed, of course, sentenced Jane to go to the Red Room, which is the room that Mr. Reed, her husband, died in. Jane soon began to go crazy and saw the ghost of Mr. Reed. Mrs. Reed soon got fed up with Jane and sent her to Lowood Academy, a boarding school. Jane becomes friends with a girl named Helen, who dies of typhus, the same disease that her parents died of. Skipping to when Jane is 18, she becomes a governess for Adele, a French girl who lives at Thornwood Mansion. Soon Jane meets Mr. Rochester and falls in love with him, but Mr. Rochester is going to get married to Miss Ingram. Mr. Rochester soon proposes to Jane and breaks off the engagement with Miss Ingram. Mr. Rochester ended up having another wife before Jane, and so Jane left him. So, what will happen next? Where does Jane go? Who does she meet? Read Jane Eyre to find out.